Yeah, no,
honestly.
that's a totally legitimate reason to be late. Also, hi everybody.
Hello.
We are not complaining that Dana is late because
Mm.
ovening one's baguette is a legitimate reason to be late to this particular stream. If that's also you, take a minute and settle in. We'll be right off to the races very shortly. But let's wait 2 minutes and see if we can get Dana to pop in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And in the meantime,
So I put all of my baguette energy into 1 week with the homemade baguettes and like the 2-day poolish process. And then I have not been ovening a baguette the rest of the week. Go all or
In some
nothing.
ways, I think you have done it the right way.
It's true. My baguette was really good. There were crumbs all over my chair.
I bought that one baguette the one week. The first week we did it, and we all were kind of dressed up or doing something French.
Yeah.
And I bought that baguette, and I ate the whole thing.
Yeah,
Not that
did.
night,
Excellent.
but it was a little like it wasn't a.
That's
It
not
was baguette-ito. And I just didn't feel like that needed to happen again.
a demi baguette, I think is what
Is
it
it
is.
While
demi
we
baguette?
wait, I have
Demi,
something fun
semi-baguette?
to demo as a physical prop for everybody who is arriving to the chat.
I love a physical
Hi,
Hi,
prop.
Andrew
Hi,
Powell. You can see my
Andrew.
physical prop
Hi,
while we
Anthony
wait for Dana.
Dennis.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
All right, I ordered
Andrew, I need pictures
this.
of Murdy.
Guess what this is, friends?
It looks like a
it's
bunch of. That looks like a foldy uppy MIDI keyboard.
It is. It's a full 88 key piano.
Oh.
And
It is a foldy uppy keyboard.
And it is. And I was very excited about this until it arrived. And then I remembered how long 88 keys is as a teaching aid. Or as, a percentage of my office. There's only room for so many 88 key keyboards in here. I think it'll be a fine teaching tool. But I kind of wish I had ordered a 60 key one instead of an 88 that folds.
Okay, so now I want to know, is it USB like MIDI?
Yes, it is.
Splendid. I'm guessing not weighted.
Not weighted, but it is touch sensitive.
Where did you get it? Because now I kind of want one for no good reason other than to have one.
I got it as an open box, but still like new product from a warehouse seller on eBay. Because the full version of it was too much money. But if you get an open box, like, oh, these people just opened it and immediately sent it back, but we can't charge you a new item
Gray
price
market
on it anymore. It's the Carry On 88. And
I'm guessing not spelled like dead thing, but like a suitcase.
Yeah, spelled like a suitcase. And for $70, I am very happy with it. If I had paid full price for this, I would not be happy with it, is my review.
That makes sense.
That's legit. There are many things in my life that are like.
But part of wanting the 88 key keyboard is to impress undergrads who don't know any better that I should have ordered a 60.
Yeah, because they're gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah, Dr. Thompson just carries a piano around with him. Holy, right? Like that's.
I mean, like when I was an undergrad, that would have been the
classroom.
coolest shit ever.
Yes.
I don't think this is ideal for beginners. I don't buy this.
It is not ideal for
beginners.
It is for musicians who know exactly what a portable keyboard does and affords. This is not a student thing. Do not get it.
No, the website, like the description is like perfect for everyone, beginners, and I'm like,
no, that is wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's
website.
hard copy.
It's fine.
All right, can you and Karen hear the game now?
Yep.
Yay. Okay. We're not going to jump into the monolith yet, but I'm going to make sure we're standing right where we need to be.
What are we wearing? What are we wearing?
Oh, just defaults.
Oh, that's so boring.
Bathrobe.
Fine. Well, except Minoko has his Viking hair. That's okay then.
Yeah. On not in the monolith days, I usually do wear some outfits, but this day, I promise it makes sense to just go with the defaults. You got to work with me.
It does.
On this one.
I'm okay with that. I just like silly things.
Oh, that's so
Me
pretty.
too.
I love that map view.
Yeah, isn't this gorgeous?
Everything about this game is gorgeous. I don't know that I'll ever get around to playing it, because in what time do I have
really
for
like
something?
that the paintress is fully animated as a living thing, not just a static object on the map.
Mm. You
And
got some iciness cues in the back too.
yeah. And I have to say, again, mostly to
What?
fill time
Topic?
while we wait for
Topic
Dana
two?
and Julianne, the water shader here is sublimely excellent.
It is beautiful.
know.
The water is not physics based. The waves are not physics calculated, right? That's too much processing power. But it's done with
Yeah.
a cool series of shaders, and those shaders are very well done here. One of my colleagues in
need
the building
you
teaches
to-
the class on how to do that.
I need you to talk to Ben about this. This would make him so happy.
Yeah, I should get Ben to just randomly sit down for the water shader lesson from Andrew Dennis.
Oh, he would love
sometime.
that. Please do. He would be delighted.
Here they come.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, good.
there
Are
they
they
went.
bopping on?
Oh, I heard Dana join.
I heard
Discord.
somebody, but it still says only 3 people in there.
Hey,
Oh,
Dana
Dana's in
Dana
Discord.
just joined Discord. Okay. Well, we can wait just a second. We are in position now.
I do love the lighting. Everything. The lighting is so good.
It's given what they named the game. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, and has anybody heard? Are we iffy on if Julianne is popping in today or not?
She was not certain. She's gonna
Yeah,
try.
it seemed kind of ambiguous based on just,
Yeah.
how the
and-
day and the week and beginning of school year and
Oh
everything.
my gosh, starting time is the worst, right? Somebody's joining teams though, so we're gonna be.
Oh,
in here
it's
very shortly.
Garl. It's Garl, aka Dana. Yeah, the beginning of the year
Darlena.
is
It's the
everything today was late. I was running late all day. It was terrible.
I was in a budget meeting to talk about how much we have cut, which was depressing, and how much we will cut, which was also depressing. That said, my department did not lose anybody, which I'm very happy with.
That is good.
That is good,
It's
but
very
sad
good.
that it's like in this day and age.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
look at
my.
who is
You're in
there.
the museum.
That's
You're
hilarious.
muted.
Yeah, you're muted, losers. Also, we love you.
We also love you. I love. We got hats.
Uh-huh.
We got
Look at
hats.
that.
Of course we have.
Yeah, but you're muted.
barehanded.
You're muted. I love that
There
the
we
only thing
go.
that's color is
What?
Dana's lipstick.
Lazy to get a ring light. Hi.
Hi. Hello. I love that you guys are matchy matchy.
All right, hold on. I gotta put them on stream though.
Yeah. In the shadows, when you were first signing on, before I could see it was berets, I thought it was Mario hats. I was like, what is
Oh,
happening?
Everybody, this is my partner, Jason.
Hi, Jason. Nice to
Hello.
virtually meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
These are
How
all
have
my...
your travels been?
Been great. I'm so tired.
Yeah, we're really fried.
I got to go some national parks, so I'm happy about that. Cannot complain. It's been great, and now I'm here. I'm happy.
I like that
bet
our
you're very
most
sick of being in the
extra
car.
friends are in the same frame
Yeah.
right now.
What was that?
I said I like that our most extra friends are in the same frame right now.
And in the same physical location also. That's
yeah.
fun too.
It's
Right?
been an extra day. Josephine was the most extra of all. We've been chasing her around all night.
Was she
Wonderful.
wearing a very fancy dress?
No, she was not wearing any pants.
Oh, well, that makes sense also.
Brandishing a weapon.
Excellent.
I also played that game tonight.
She,
and,
ro-
and Katamari.
she was rolling a ball around like a katamari and made us sing the song.
Oh, that's awesome.
we did
love
start.
it.
This was our fault.
Oh, you fell into the trap.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch, we'll see the chat here.
So I unfortunately can't join your stream because I really want to play Clair Obscur, and I'm told that there
So-
will be massive spoilers.
This is absolutely the wrong day to be with us, Laura. And
Yeah.
if I'm guessing right, have you driven, 7 or 8 hours today?
Oh my gosh.
So even by Midwestern standards, you deserve a rest.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Go stretch your legs, eat something yummy, eat some bread.
yep, that's the plan.
We do. It might be still too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
Oh, we have bread.
yes, excellent, right here.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you for bopping on for a minute here, Laura. Jason,
so
nice to
welcome.
meet you. I cannot wait to see you in person and eat the most delicious bread on God's earth with you in October.
Oh yes.
Is the most delicious bread at Portos?
Yes, it is.
Oh
That
yes.
sandwich, that breakfast sandwich, I almost died.
Right?
Oh my gosh, we went like full ham last year and bought like so much stuff. It was like insane. We got
much
like
all we're
some
gonna
kind
eat.
of pumpkin cream thing. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
I forget what it was, like a croissant or something, but it was like life changing.
Last
And then
year,
John Robert sat down with us and I gave him a piece and I thought he died.
so last year after we had held court in the table on the first floor with all of our baller extra Portos meal, because we bought for like 8 people and there were only 4 of us. So like Kristen came by and just like sat down like she was one of us, and she is one of us, and she just grabbed a whole meal's worth of bread.
Oh, I told her, I gave her the heads up. I was like, yo, I'm going to Portos. What do you want? She was like, cinnamon roll, all caps.
So
Did
did you hear that Bonnie Bogovich, after we had put away everything, she was like, do you guys still have Portos? And I was like, yeah, but we don't really have any more utensils or plates. She was like, can I come to your hotel room and just scoop it with my hands? And I was like,
That's when you know it's good.
She's funny.
I shoved like 2/3 of a coffee cake in my laptop bag and brought it home with me.
Coffee cake. That was
She made
extreme.
it all the way home.
That
Well, it was so good. I couldn't throw it away. That felt like a sin.
No, that wasn't.
I would have excommunicated you.
Yeah.
And you would have been absolutely right too. The Pope would have been like, yeah, can't argue with that.
Archdiocese.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff. Excited to do that again. Excited to have GSC follow all on my birthday again, so that I can, tell
heck
everyone
yeah.
it's my birthday.
And get another cake.
And maybe get another cake. Yeah.
Excellent.
Although I know this year, so maybe I'll help go in on that. We'll do the same thing. We'll get a cake, and then suddenly I'll have so many more friends.
yeah, that's the way to do it at GameStown Con. You want to network? Buy the cake, right?
And then get real friendly as you have to share utensils.
Yeah, that's true.
We
We'll get.
definitely
We'll
do
make
that.
sure
We
have-
will get the correct number of utensils and plates this year.
Yeah, we'll
Me and
we'll-
Mason kind of had to like
It really was.
attack
I ate
people
mine
for
out
it
of a
last year.
cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put them in cups. That's all I could find. We got the mixer was happening, so there were no plates, only cups.
It was pretty good.
All right. Dana,
I'm
are you
excited
sticking around to do this one dungeon with us? We're going to do the one dungeon and call it, I think, for Julian's sake. Are you bopping out with
Or you want to
Laura?
go like be friends with people
Right.
in real life. I think that's probably a really good
You know
idea.
what we were just doing, Ryan?
What?
You know what we were just doing?
No, but pivot your camera and show us really quick.
I was gonna say.
Nice. I love it.
Dana was showing off.
I
her
don't know
Yoda.
if my copy is visible if I move my mic. No,
Yeah.
not barely. It is on that shelf back there, though.
I got him an inbox copy.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my 40th birthday present from Dana.
And it came with the,
Because Ryan is old.
there, you would dip it in water and it would give you a code for like late
That's so
and so finding like an inbox copy with the letter is really
That's
rare.
That's
crazy.
so
So
great.
that was my 40th birthday gift for Ryan. Is
Wow.
I got him the inbox with the
What an
letter.
excellent gift.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I feel so good about
I have a
myself.
very, very fancy thing for you for your birthday. And I will
I know I'm not 40 yet, and I'm like, you should save it for a year.
No, I'll find something cool for your 40th too. I love you, but I have a good one for you this time around. I will text
Sarah-
Laura what it is
Sarah told me
as soon as she leaves your house.
Yeah. But yeah, we had Slovenian food tonight. I made jota, which is like a really hearty stew. So I was glad that it was like in the 70s today. So we did
Yeah.
that. We did schnitzel. We did pierogi in
Oh, yeah.
multiple forms.
The pierogies were huge. Literally.
The stuffed cabbage. The stuffed cabbage was great.
Oh yeah, the schnitzel was great too.
And then we had
I really
we
like
had
the schnitzel.
poppy seed patizza. We had kolache with all of my homemade jams in them.
Oh, those are
those
so
are
good.
so good.
And we also had grape pie, which isn't Slovenian, but it's my grandma's recipe, and I just had grapes I needed to use up, and that was also great. So
How come all our tiny friends reading all this food? What is wrong? Like,
Oh my god, we were so hungry.
Well, yeah, you drove all day. I bet. I hope you really like your car, because otherwise,
Yeah, no
it's
kidding.
even worse.
Oh, I know, right? No, it was a pretty smooth ride. There were we only hit some rush hour traffic in the morning, but we left literally at 5 a.m. So we were really I think we did the whole drive in a full hour less than it should have taken. I mean, we made stops and stuff, but it was way shorter than I thought it was gonna be. We got here.
You Midwestern dad scheduled it.
Yeah.
We got up at the butt crack of dawn, and Midwestern dad scheduled it.
That is
Yep, we
Midwestern
sure
dad
did. We were
energy
farmers
for
today.
sure.
We farmed. We tilled the fields.
I'm just realizing oh
We
yeah,
woke up with the
there's
corn sweat.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Chat here.
Yeah, we're probably gonna pass out in 15
Yeah,
minutes.
go do
No,
that.
you should do that.
That is
Absolutely.
the good and right thing to do. Go pass out.
Yeah.
I've just been showing off fun games in our collection.
Oh yeah, we played what did we do? We did
Bro Force.
Fight
So-
Crab.
We
For
did
For
it.
anybody who is in our regular audience who has not been to Dana's basement at various conferences, it is like an old school 90s video rental store down there. Holy
can-
buckets. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You can kind of see some of it. There's the CRT televisions, the walls of games on both sides. There's a 4K TV in the way back, and then I already flipped the screen around, but we do have a home theater on this side, so we can hook up gaming
It's like two
systems to
theaters.
that.
Yeah, it really
Like
is.
a
I
library.
admit we got our projector because you had one.
Yeah, you're
So
that's a
great.
good idea.
It's super
When
great.
Tears of the Kingdom came out, that was my Mother's Day gift from
Oh,
Joe. He
that's
got me
great.
a pre-order copy. He was drink coffee. He went at midnight to GameStop. He brought it home and we
Wow.
played it on the home theater.
that rules.
And doing that opening on a giant screen was the coolest
I
experience.
can't.
Oh, that would be
Yes.
so fucking cool.
Dramatic.
Oh my gosh.
The only
So,
thing that could top it is a VR helmet or something. I just
I was
waking up
tired
in
though.
high
I
roll.
was definitely tired the next day.
Oh, I bet.
That's for a good cause, though.
Yeah.
That's a good cause.
It's a good you earned it kind of tired.
Somebody has to save Hyrule.
I know.
Right.
right.
Oh yeah, we did Cadence of
Sure.
Hyrule too.
It was an emergency. Yeah. Oh, I also played Super Lego, whatever that was. Josephine wanted me and Jason to sit in the chair with her, and Jason's she was in the crack of the chair, and then she
We
was
did
like,
our best.
I think I want to take a break from sitting next to
Yeah, I
Jason.
think Jason needs to go away. Actually.
We were playing the game, and at one point, she didn't know what to do, and I was like, "Oh, I think that big robot up in the corner might be something that you should, mess around with." And she was like, I don't know what that is, so let's not deal with that."
Amazing.
The logic of children. I love it.
Super funny kid.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right. I think we're going to let the three of you bounce. It is really great
Yeah.
to see you all.
Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
see
And
you.
Laura,
Safe
when you
rest of
get
your
settled,
travels.
into the new place, also congratulations on the new place in these trying times. Holy smokes!
Yes, please, I love you
Let's
guys.
actually get you on stream for a couple hours the next few weeks here.
I'm so
That would be
down.
awesome.
Okay.
Once we're not Clair Obscur and
Yeah.
it's not spoilers because she doesn't want spoilers.
We'll
No,
pick it
right.
up.
Well, you can't do
Pick up.
spoilers for this one if you're playing. We'll find something else.
I'm dying for Dana to play Hypnospace Outlaw, and if none of you have played it, that would be an extremely funny group game. I love
We'll
that
do it.
game.
Nice.
Okay,
Count me in for whenever that happens.
that sounds good. All right. Good night for now.
Have fun. Good
Safe
luck.
travels. Good bread.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
All
I am
right.
also going to go to bed because I am fading like a flower and I have graduate convocation tomorrow morning and I have to be in
Okay.
charge of it.
Me and Sarah will hold down the fort today.
I'm going to put down my
hold down
admin hat.
so many forts. We've got such Midwestern farmer energy. We can hold down so many forts.
You are
That's right.
fortissima.
All right. Get some sleep, Karen.
All right.
We love you
Good night,
too.
folks. Love you too.
Sleep well.
Bye.
All right.
Well, you're stuck with just me for company. Sorry.
Don't apologize. Oh my gosh. All right. This is going to be so much fun. I love
know, I'm
this
so
section of the
excited.
game. And actually, I am under the impression that you have not revisited it a second time in full.
No, we have not revisited. All my revisiting has been with you. We've been doing post-endgame stuff. And then the kids keep demanding that Ben plays the new Donkey Kong game.
Nice. I love how
so-
far into this you have to get. Like, above us is the view of her toes now, but you have to get in here to do it.
And
Let's
the tilt
take a crack at
shift.
this.
Yeah. So when we came here the first time, it was so much of just like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? So I'm really excited to actually get to like savor it a little bit more.
Yeah. And the music through this sequence and dungeon is my cutscene sequence of the entire generation of hardware.
So fucking good. I'm so excited.
We can do this. For Gustav. For all of them.
I did not catch. That intentionally written in crunch, that intentionally written in intended error.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I think the whole time we were here, I was texting you in all caps, being like, what is happening? Like, you were getting like a blow-by. You knew exactly where we were at every step of this.
Yes, and there were a couple times I texted back and I said, not yet. Not yet. Wait.
I know. And then there were the times where you just pointedly did not respond to my texts because that would have been spoilerish. And it was just
there was a couple
Brian.
of them I was just like, I have nothing to say to you right now.
I know. It was like cruel to be kind.
Yeah.
This is a kindness.
As we do have a bit of nothing to fill here in the spirit of filling this mostly empty time, though look at this view. Like,
God, it's so
holy
gorgeous.
shit, team. I do want to say I really like the idea that we can bring Dana and Laura on to do a 5-minute cameo to say hello. Our friends in the community are passing through. We all exist in physical space sometimes. The core 4 of us, though we do need to acknowledge you, at least in a footnote or two, as being our consistent 5th person, Sarah. Remind me to edit you into this chapter.
Thank you.
Are submitting a book chapter about kind of the value of building community in these spaces and the things that it can lead to. So not just the industry connections and the friendships we make along the way there, though certainly Laura counts among that number, but the types of opportunities that this space has generated for all of us collectively, for us individually. It's just really good. And I'm very happy with it.
It's like, if I think about how when I go to conferences, for example, I almost always come home from a conference with a new paper idea. Oh, things are happening. Hang on.
Yeah, sorry, I stepped forward too far.
It's okay. That's what we're here for.
Sors et fuis, je t'en prie. Fuis ce tableau maudit, cette toile d'une fausse vie. Portrait rêvé, imparfait, chair de ta liberté.
So as I start this fight, first of all, the solo here is absolutely incredible. If I had to pick which song to submit for Song of the Year, this one's on my short list from this soundtrack. I think it's so good.
It's amazing, and the clarity and transparency, not in a thinness, but in terms of the texture, you can hear every bit of it. It feels so intimate.
Yeah. It's the good version of me doing that thing where I whisper into the microphone directly and scare Julianne, right? Like,
No, I would much rather have her whispering in my ear. No offense or anything. But just like the way it's scored, with the texture, and like there's just space in it,
Yeah.
but it still feels it's just beautifully done.
There is a social media channel and YouTube channel for film criticism entitled "Every Frame a Painting," that I always think of at every major point in the whole monolith. Like, we saw the 5 of them standing in front of the paintress, and the camera freezes for just a moment to let us take that in before we come to this battle sequence. Like, the cinematography of all of this is sublimely good.
Elements converge.
Just that.
Let's carve a path.
And because of the way it's written, where it can absolutely be sung, like this could be performed live. It would not require any post. It doesn't require any of that. It feels so human
Yeah.
in a way that, for example, the fight with the Lampmaster could not. That music cannot be performed like that. You can't, there's nowhere to breathe. And so
Right.
this is just this.
And if anybody missed the live Gamescom performance by Alice and Lorian, they did a baller job.
Whoever was running sound though did a shit job with like managing the stream I saw. It might have been early
Miking
one.
the microphone could have been done better, but their performance piece of it.
Oh, their performance was
excellent.
impeccable. I just wanted the guitar to not be jumping up and down and turn. But like, oh, it was gorgeous. And there was all these Reddit comments that were like, how does it sound so perfect live? And it's like, she's professional. That's what she does.
I will note though that even among professionals,
Oh yeah, she's.
that was a killer performance.
Now's
Oh, it was glorious. It was glorious.
Feel the
I-
embrace of fire.
I don't usually want to be a soprano, but this one. Oh my god.
Maximum damage.
You're not gonna do shit.
So it's this piece that got me to complaining on the Game Brass Discord, and complaining in a friendly way. Like, I'm friends with that whole team. I know the gang. But I said, how does somebody get 5 years to work on a soundtrack, and then 2 years into that process, luck into meeting French Laura and Travia? And I was just like going on a fun rant with my friends, right? And I did not know at the time that they were already
Time
working
to
on their
end this.
arrangement of this.
Yeah.
En garde.
It is.
Let us
The futility of it all.
I actually like, incidentally, that because I am over leveled and therefore like I have a high speed stat for all my characters, I get to take a lot of turns to really hammer home the futility of this exercise.
You can do nothing.
Right? What are you gonna do in the face of this?
time to hit big.
No, it is not, Mael.
En garde.
No.
Chroma is flowing.
God, these suspensions. It's just like it's so much simplicity. It's so much of just. It's like a baguette, right? It's like you're breaking bread down to the 4 basic things. You've got salt, water, flour, yeast.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't have any eggs. You don't have any of that. And so it can be shitty or it can be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. The gradient attack should work. Wait, Mael.
I don't think this is.
No. No.
Everybody okay?
Follow her. Quickly.
What?
This might be our only chance.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to talk about the harmony here in a minute, but let's get through it first. All right, before we make our way through the inside of the monolith, that whole cutscene, I absolutely love that we get this very like traditional, like Richard Straussian almost sublime, like not quite the opening of the Alpine Symphony, but something akin to that type of transcendental moment. And then we also simultaneously have this like scary atonal screaming effect from their burning, right? That breaks that. It gives us more like Berg opera freaky stuff. And I like that juxtaposition, and I really like that we are left with the sublime after she goes through the portal. I love everything about that. All right.
What is opera but beautiful
We
screaming?
are inside the monolith? What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right, Mael? Up there. She's the paintress. She's up there.
What do you mean?
I want to see these old people
I
on
don't
expedition.
know, but I can sense
70-year-olds climbing the
real
monolith.
paintress.
Right.
Her heart is above us somewhere.
I guess we head up then.
Hi, Brahanus Joms.
Hello.
Note that in some ways we are back where we started now, by the way. Specifically, the Eiffel Tower in curved Lumiere form is there.
Mhm.
And this is the only place that is not Lumiere where we see it.
So I have many, as I was going through here, I'm not going to say all of my thoughts as we're going, because I want to get a little further before I say them. But the sort of collapsing of space, of all of these places in the same space.
Yes. And in some ways it felt very, not modern video game, but very old video game to me. Where like a Mega Man boss gauntlet has you play through miniature sequences of each stage in the Wily stages sometimes. Like,
Or even
this-
the end of Ocarina of Time, where you have all the things that you got to do in the castle.
Exactly. This felt like that to me. And I think
It was
that's
very
intentional.
disorienting. It was disorienting because I kept being like, this feels like the end, but
Verso.
it can't.
What was that?
I feel like it can't end, but
Fire.
it feels like the end. Like it
Again.
felt thematically, like motivically, like an ending.
Yes.
Like getting all these cadential gestures and being like, but the concert's only been happening for half an hour. Like you don't have just a one act. You have more than 2 acts. There's got to be more, but I'm getting all these cadential gestures. So as you run through here, what I was saying about one of the things I think about the stream. So whenever I go to a good conference, if I'm lucky, and it usually happens because I'm usually hanging out with cool people, I come home with a new idea or an idea that has happened in a different way. That now I'm like, ooh, there was a purple thing back there. I don't know if it was a Lumina point or what, but you just ran past something. But
I'll do a full
you always-
off-stream tour of it to come back for items.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, it's just reflex.
Nope, you're good.
So that's usually my job when Ben is has his hands on the controller. But so
just
much
gonna
of
fight
that
this
is
one.
from, yeah, kill it dead.
Yep.
So much of that is from having, not necessarily from papers, although obviously going to interesting papers can be part of that. It's so often having conversations with people, you know, and getting to talk to people that I don't get to see on a regular basis. But it's also happening at the same time as we're traveling and we're doing all of these things. And so having this ability on the stream to sort of feel out these ideas and come into contact with other people's ideas on a regular basis in a way that is not possible because of geography is like, I wish my choir rehearsals went on Thursdays.
Careful, my elbow.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. And speaking of my idea of the wily boss gauntlet, by the way, this is the game's first boss.
Mm-hmm.
So if you speak the language of design rather than music, you will know what is happening here.
So with Andrew's point, and this is the thing that I kept coming back to, I texted Ryan, but Patty's got a baguette, is that this game is so good, so familiar with conventions that it can play your expectations so expertly.
Yeah.
Because it knows that, you know, you start seeing all these bosses, you start seeing these things, and you're like, that's what happens at the end of a game. And I'd love to have somebody that has like no experience with video games play this, and then I could creepily watch them and be like, just like PDQ Bach isn't funny if you're not familiar with those conventions, how much of the meaning here is derived from that familiarity? You know?
Yes.
Thank you for turning down the special effects. But you know, so much of it is based on an expectation of familiarity and shared language. And if you threw somebody that didn't know video games, how would they interpret that? And that'd be so cool. But also very mean.
Yes.
And I don't think I could convince someone to let me sit there and watch them play it like 40, 50 hours. Plus more because they're going to get frustrated.
You would need a, I'll get this since I see it. Dang it. You would need a lab setting situation to do that.
Yeah, I can't just creepily watch, you know, my choir director because it's like, well, you know lots about music, but not a lot about video games.
Right.
You could be my case study. No. It'd be cool, though.
And I don't remember. I suspect Patty probably knows. Is this also a reprise of the relevant stage music for each stage?
Patty hasn't said in the chat. I think it's clear when it is. I'm watching the chat for you because I know you got this up. She's thinking. I think some of the later ones are, but once we get there, it'll be easier to remember because those are.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I came across this bridge, I think. I need to go this way. Right? Maybe.
We saw that 70 thing because I was like, I wonder what the 70th old people.
Okay. Well, then let's go across the bridge and try to figure something out. Maybe we'll go
It is
here
amazing how easy it is to get turned around in these environments because they're pretty linear. I mean, and like they're not like Breath of the Wild. We always joked about how weak everybody's ankles were, that they couldn't climb up stuff.
Right.
But they're twisty enough, and there's so much detail that it's hard to sometimes remember where you've been.
This is it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Teaching her children to paint, huh?
I like the use of the negative space here as a staging ground for the obviously out of time cutscene.
One of the things, many things that was very clever in hindsight that I was just like, oh, that's so clever, is the use of chroma. When, as musicians, the idea of something being chromatic is very familiar to us, but also that it is fundamentally a color term.
Right.
And so to have it be something that is a word that would naturally be used in both of those situations, that is meaningful in both of those situations, just like, oh, that's very clever, ha ha ha, of course they do.
Yeah.
But it was just really nice. It was just like, these people are very thoughtful.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to take a brief moment to just fight the merchant quickly.
Just gonna punch the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, you're gonna kick the shit out of him if you're gonna be...
Right.
Chroma is flowing. Elements converge.
Ah.
Storm is coming.
I'm one short. No good.
Oh. No elemental genesis for you.
Let us stay.
Yeah, I'm a tiny bit sad about it, but we'll live.
Lightning, strike!
Now you got 2 electrics. You could do mayhem.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So one of the things that I was so impressed with in this game was usually you get, scale, or you get detail, or you get like quality, right? And usually you get 2. It's like the good, fast, cheap. You get 2. So you might have phenomenal detail and extreme quality, and it's a very small scale thing. Or you might have a large scale thing that is, just broad strokes. You don't have this level of individualized detail. You're reusing a lot of things. And to keep up this much detail, this much intricacy on such a large scale was just mind-blowing to me.
Well, some of this is asset reuse, right? Like, this is the flying waters
absolutely.
area.
Absolutely, this is asset reuse. But this isn't like every dungeon looks the same. They feel very different. It's not the same, the music, the soundtrack, the originally soundtrack is, 8 hours.
Yeah.
There is repetition in the sense of like, we are calling back, we are reusing these motivic elements, but it doesn't feel like they've just gone, Command C, Command V and just copy pasted everything. Like, it's the level of detail and the scale. The thematic elements are cohesive.
Yeah.
It makes sense as a whole, but to have, when the world opens up and you're like, holy shit, how much of this is there?
Yeah.
It just boggled my mind. And again, felt extremely French. Because when you're sculpting, when you're making every sculpture by hand, every face is going to look different. When you can't, just make them out of concrete.
Yes, though I will point out that if you look at any one area, I would argue that compared to a lot of other games that look, let's call this photorealistic as an aesthetic, or at least as an aesthetic goal, we can get into the weeds as to whether or not we think they've achieved that. Insofar as technology allows, I think they've done a good job. This art style is not as immediately distinct as, say, a Hollow Knight or a unique cell-shaded situation. Like, there are elements of this that look like, hey, this was built in Unreal 5, right? And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They've done a fantastic job working within the framework that facilitates a 30-person team making something like this.
Yeah.
But I do think that you can eventually start to see the limitations of what that amount of manpower provides and affords.
And the fact that they got it so far with that limit is a lot of these things are easier to see on the second time around, right? Because the first time, the narrative drive here, my curiosity was so powerfully compelling that I'm not noticing those things because I want to know what happens.
Right. No, I feel like you have to put on, like, not just a critic hat, but a game developer, how is this being made hat, to say, oh, this grass is a recoloring of previous grass. It's not unique to this area. Right?
And sometimes that almost, depending on, there have been instances where it's like, okay, that was a very clever use of working around these limitations. And that can be really fun to spot.
Right.
Like, it's like, how do you take these limitations that you have and use it so cleverly? But also, how do you not distract the player, but how do you call people's attentions to the thing that is important so you don't waste time on this, you know, you don't spend time, does the grass really need to be different?
Yeah. I was over-ambitious in my correction. The music is a little bit loud. I'll fix that after this fight. I'm sorry, everybody.
Just go make your parries harder. Yeah, Andrew, I agree. Like, I feel like on, you know, the second go through on all of this is like, wow, they did the thing that I'm always telling people to do, which is figure out what are the things that are important to you and spend your time and money there. Paying your musicians to go cook for 5 years, you know, having phenomenal voice, making sure the voice acting is impeccable, making sure that the narrative is compelling, and all of those things you can overlook a lot.
Yeah.
You know, or it's just like, well, you prioritized. You put your money and your time where your priorities were, and I'd rather they did that than, you know, and use some assets for other stuff. Or used assets for other stuff. Yeah, and Andrew, I agree. Some things just get too big, and it's just like, it really doesn't need to be that big. I want to go home now. It felt weird not to hear him explode.
There we go.
I think you're looking at special effects down.
No, I just wanted to turn the music down a little bit too.
Oh, you pulled down the special effects combat down to 35%.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. It was at full.
Well, you
that
were
was
just
too much. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's always going to be limitations. There's always going to have to be compromises. But I would rather, you can tell when the compromises were chosen intentionally as opposed to like, shit, we ran out of time.
Yes.
And that's how I feel about a lot of technology, is like, technology is a useful tool, but I want to be the one in charge of using it and not just have it kind of default to whatever it wants.
Part of the reason I brought up Hollow Knight is not because it's so obviously an art style differentiation from something like this, but because the development process was similar. As much as we have all been complaining about Silksong, waiting on it for 7 years now, they announced today they have not had development issues, as was widely predicted. What they had was Hollow Knight made them all rich, and they were able to take as much time as they wanted to make the thing they wanted. And if we had to wait, that's our problem, not theirs. Which actually fucking ruled to hear them say.
I'm here for that.
And that makes me very confident about the new game on September 4th.
I would much rather have a thing take longer and actually be good and not have people be miserable while making it. You know?
Yes.
I'm here for that.
Incidentally, I am not just running through this for the sake of stream, though of course I am running through this for the sake of the stream, for timing. But there are a couple things that you must do this dungeon a second time later to get. And so in terms of a time efficiency for me on and off stream, we will fight this mime though. Why not just plan to run it quickly once and in complete form when you can get everything?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my students, and if I have any of my undergrads who know about this stream listening right now, you best believe I'm taking attendance on September the 5th. Because I can't play it, and therefore neither can you. Get wrecked, students. I'm actually going to hold Elemental Genesis for a turn.
You don't want to murder everyone to death?
No, I want to do it once the break bar is filled.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
My turn. Bring it on.
No.
The longest athlete if you hit it 3 times.
Shut up.
No, it's just it's always funny when they do that. You're like, fine, kill him. Okay, the mime noises are so weird.
Right, okay.
Let's carve a path.
An extra
you got
yellow
perfect
one.
breakup?
An extra
Or
yellow
what do you
one I
got to
can
break him?
get. Let's see. Phantom Stars will do
He's
it. If I
flashing. If
build.
you've got something that can break.
Yep, I can do it.
Time to end this.
Oh, we got spam, and I'm not a mod.
Oh, I can do it. Hold on.
Kill the mime first and whatever. But
Yeah.
there's like a Mormon looking at for us, a fake Mormon looking for us to buy followers.
Love it.
Confession time, I have not played Hollow Knight.
Artistically, I think it's one of the best games of all time. The issue with Hollow Knight, if there is one, is that it is not friendly unless you're a hardcore platforming gamer. The difficulty ramps
And
up
I
fast.
And platforming is not one of the things I enjoy practicing. Like, I will sit for hours and glare at puzzles, but platforming is not something I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get. That's just not. That doesn't appeal to me. That doesn't call to me.
Yeah.
Your reckoning.
My God, I hope they get the fiber. I saw people marking lines for like
Hold on
digging.
1 second, team. Gonna Alt tab out and where's my chat? Oh, weird. I don't see it in here anymore. I wonder if somebody else nuked it from orbit on our behalf.
I still see it. It's above Andrew, under Patty.
Hold on, let me reload the page. Yeah, here it is. Okay, hold on.
What on earth is using all my bandwidth?
Bop. Bye, folks. It is fun to ban people every once in a while. Okay.
It seems like a happy power.
I have not done it in like a year. Julian normally takes care of that for us.
I know, and I don't have that power.
I will figure out how to bump you up and give you that power. But seeing as I don't remember exactly how to do it, I don't want to take time out of
No,
the
that would be a
stream
waste.
to do it right now.
That would be a waste. Don't do that.
Okay, that's the optional thing.
Oh, the breathing.
We got to keep going up. Wait a minute. Are we backwards right now? I kind of think I did. Yeah, I did. Ugh. Hate that for me.
It's okay. I still think you're awesome. So seeing the thing that looks kind of like a lighthouse reminds me, one, how much Ben loves lighthouses, and two, that I put ID on the list for him to remember to take to the airport tomorrow.
Yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah. ID, Ben. He was like, do the kids need it? I was like, no, that's just for you, baby. 2 summers in a row, though.
Let us stay there. Meet your reckoning.
The giant Ferris wheel. That was the weirdest thing to find on the stone cliffs. And they're like, yeah, we tried the wheel. And it's like, oh, how do you make that?
The reason the wheel reappears is because there's a fun moment where Gustav is teasing Lune about the wheel.
Yeah. Oh,
Earlier,
I
right?
get that thematically. It's just like such an out there thing to be like, this was a mode of transportation. You know, like hot air balloons. Okay, I can get that.
Yeah.
Weird gold ropes, sure. Ferris wheel. It's very creative. Oh, you're not gonna let him toot at you?
Nope, no tooting.
No honking?
Sad. Look at that.
You're so good at running. You're so good at running away from enemies, Ryan. I'm so proud of you.
Brave Sir Robin over here. So, this is the moment I feel like if you haven't put the pieces together yet, like, this can't be here if we're
Yeah.
in reality right now.
It smacks you, at least not in a reality
And
that
the music
is
cue
fixed.
here, which I did not stop and hear in full the first time, is excellent. And keep in mind that most players are not running guns blazing through this area either. I love this. All right, we're going to move on, though.
Okay, Brahanas, I'm gonna have to get that for Ben for Christmas.
What's
just
really
because.
wild here is I love how the color grading changes as you go through the frame. Like, what a shot this is. Here it is one more time.
Yeah, do it again. I love
Again,
the things.
it's simultaneously like a very modern thing and a very old school thing at the same time.
I love the things that you point out that are aspects that I don't know as much, because I don't know as much about the development side of things. And so I always enjoy hearing your insight on these things and the things that you notice. That's why it's so much more fun to play games with other people.
Right?
Or at least talk about it with them. I would have enjoyed this game much less if I hadn't gotten to share it with Ben here and with you on text and here on the stream. Like,
These
it was
are
so
memories.
much more fun to
How do you know
share.
that?
The chroma here. I can read it.
I like that Mael is starting to put together the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
That particular comment, though, I think is meant more for the player than for the actual in-game diegetic cast.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm going to buy what I can here very quickly. To fight the merchants. Oh, ho, ho.
If you fight him once, you'll probably get both of them. So you don't have to fight him twice, I don't think.
Yeah, we will briefly fight him.
A bunch of them. Okay.
We'll have Verso do it this time.
My turn.
I remember in grad school hearing the stories about like how like
Ready to
Brahms wouldn't listen to listen to performances. He would read the score and hear it in his head, and it was like, oh, his audiation is so good. And then as I got older, it's like, oh, that's kind of sad, right? Like, I don't want to experience it in isolation. I want to experience things with other humans.
So,
And
a huge motivating factor for me to start the stream. Officially, we say we wanted to do a critical playthrough of Final Fantasy VI. And that is not us lying to you. That is what happened. But my desire to continue anything beyond that, when I invited, at the time it was just Julian and Dana, to keep doing it, is I was in the middle of writing my dissertation. Oliver had just been born. And I had emotionally not given myself permission to play long-form single-player games. Because, like, you have to write on your dissertation or you'll never get it done. You'll be a bad music person. You won't have a career next to Addie. Like, I have so much pressure to get my shit together.
mm-hmm.
And this was a way of allowing me, like, permission to play all these single-player games. Some of them, again, to revisit them. Some of them for the first time as we moved onward. Because it felt different. And it still does, positively. Sharing those experiences with other people. Rather than just me playing Final Fantasy VI again. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've since moved into a more emotionally healthy space where, yeah, I can do whatever the fuck I want. But I was not there.
Also, your dissertation is done.
7.5 years ago.
Difference. Yeah, I mean, that makes an enormous difference. Oh, here's a
Yes.
piano, perfectly in tune. And I think it's just...
If I fight this, can I play this piano? I forget. Let's check.
Yeah, you can. You can play this piano. We played this piano. Oh, boy.
Finesse and precision.
A storm is coming. Meet your reckoning.
Well, Sarah could play that piano, everybody.
I play the piano. I swear I did.
But I can't play this one.
Oh, well, maybe you should have practiced harder.
Yep, should have.
I think for me, it's also like I remember. It's one of the things with video games that's always kind of problematic to me, or at least video game scholarship, is so many of the things that we expect people to be conversant with were heavily dependent on what was accessible to them in their childhood.
Yes. And so,
You know?
they speak a little bit of this in the first issues of JSMG about, like, the canon colloquium series. But hold on one second here. Where can you take us? Yes, good. We would like to go to Lumiere. Do that.
We got really excited about getting on a train.
Trains rule.
Trains are excellent. I want more trains. Give me more trains. So I acknowledge that people have talked about these things. Like, this is a known thing. But I also think about how much of my childhood experience with video games has shaped my expectations. And one of the very strong conventions was that none of us liked to play it alone.
Okay.
Like, my brothers and I, somebody had to be watching you. Like, they'd be like, I want to go play this game. Will you come downstairs and watch me? Like, that was, you know, if anything exciting happened, but just to have somebody there to experience that with you was a very critical part of my early gaming experiences. Was this is not something you did by yourself.
Yeah,
One of my
absolutely.
brothers was there. One of my dad was there.
Solo, it was always me and Tom. And Julianne and Lenny grew up that way as well.
Yeah. it was I can remember my dad pep talking me to jump down to fight King Dodongo in the Dodongo's cavern in Ocarina of Time. My dad's like giving me a pep talk.
Yeah.
But so much of gaming, I don't want to talk about this.
Sorry, I hopped out briefly because we were at a flag, which serves as a warp point, so we won't lose time, to prove that I'm right to Patty.
No, Patty, that is a normal thing for a small child. 100%. Children love trains. It's just natural. Some people don't grow out of it, but trains are excellent. And small children love trains.
Ah, still wasn't enough. I'm still short one. So mad. Okay. I tried. It is possible to do the thing in Act 2.
I believe you. I believe you, Ryan. But so much of the way gaming culture, like there's so much of like the
Sorry for my obsession
expectation
about
of
being right. I am, in the final reckoning, an annoying boy in the worst sense. Okay, go ahead.
Anyhow, it's all about like who has their hands on the controller and what things you're good at. And so many of the games that I write about are not games that I have my hands on the controller for, but I still experience. And that's always been my experience of games. But I always feel like I can't really talk about that because did I really play that game? But we don't expect musicologists to play every symphony.
Well, and the other thing about that is, while I'm now having to run back and redo this first Painter's moment to get to the warp flags that are useful to me, almost everybody in Ludomusicology who is either on a committee or a leadership position or kind of in some way central to the ongoing enterprise of what it is that we do, including the two of us for what it's worth, has a shared bias. And that is, to my knowledge, and anybody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, we do not have a hardcore Sega person in a position of leadership, which is, on some level, a very stupid way to consider who should be a leader and who should not be in the field.
Ryan, you are freezing on my computer at the worst possible moment. Teams froze on me, but Discord was fine. So I just missed the very intelligent thing you just said.
Oh, do you hear me now? Stream, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. They probably can hear you because Discord didn't stop. I think it was just a weird, stupid Teams thing because my internet sucks in the boonies of Ohio.
Okay. What I said was everybody in a leadership position is a is a Nintendo person. We don't have any Sega people. And is that a very stupid way to think about experience on some level? Yes, it is. You shouldn't be determined whether you can be a good ludomusicologist or not based on your experience of play. But at the same time, if all of us are coming from a shared background in a space where there is very obviously and demonstrably so much more content out there, like, what is diversity in our community? And sometimes that is diversity of experience. And we occasionally have gaps amongst our leadership and core orbit of people. And like early Sega stuff is a gap that I can think of amongst most of the people who are doing things like hosting conferences, right? Being on editorial boards. Dana and I, for instance, are infamously almost the same person, right? We are friends because we like Star Tropics and Mega Man so much that we have had like sitting there and cried over Star Tropics moments together, right? That's a small ass subset of gaming. And we would do well as a community. I love this cutscene the most, by the way, of the mini cutscenes.
Oh, listen to that hesitation.
It's not, yes, this is a unique performance of the track, but also, in case you have not yet put together the pieces, who is the little boy? Right? If you're a musicologist, you now know. Welcome to our ranks, friends.
I don't understand.
And if not, go to the second disc of this soundtrack and hit play.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
One of the things I do
keep
enjoy
moving.
about our field is
Almost
that
at the top.
when I talk about that pressure to feel like embarrassed about being the one not talking about the ones about not having my hands on the controller. I don't feel that from the Ludomusicology community. I feel that from the wider gaming culture that sort of is very masculine oriented, like not a real gamer kind of thing, with all the Gamergate bullshit.
I'm of a
and
mixed
that's where I feel that
opinion on
insecurity.
the does it count if you're not holding the controller front? Because I do think that there is valuable experience to be said for observing a lot of
100%.
display. There are also times where if you want to talk about performance practice of holding the controller, and here I'm putting on my like fighting game cap. I can know a lot about the violin, but I would not like get into a debate with Patty or Dana about the violin.
No,
right?
100%
I
not.
don't have literally the hands-on experience there.
Similarly, I would never get in an argument with you about
Charlotte.
I would never get in an argument with you about fighting games. That would be the stupidest fight. I would lose very badly. I'm not saying that they're the exact same thing. I'm saying that our culture's definition of what is a video game and who is a gamer tend to, only certain games tend to count in that popular mind, and it tends not to be more casual things and yada, yada, yada. I don't feel that in this community, and I 100% don't. It's not the same exact experience of gameplay to be, participating, but it does afford me other options of observation that I wouldn't have if I were focused entirely on combat. But I don't really like combat. Okay, so the Arc de Triomphe is way bigger in real life. I just want you to know it's fucking huge. I got here and it was like, it's so much fucking bigger. It is the most terrifying roundabout around it. It's terrifying.
It is large.
But this one's so tiny.
All right, we have come now to the end, team. I particularly like this very slow, deliberately paced take on the Lumiere music.
I guess what I'm saying with the other stuff is that
I'm
I
going
don't
to
feel
give
like
you space to finish your thought here.
Yeah. No, just that I don't feel like you would consider me not a gamer because I don't play fighting games. But there are people in popular culture who that would not accept my 80 hours in blueprints as, as evidence one way or the other. Now you may continue.
We do a reasonable good job on genre diversity on that front. In large part, thanks to some amazing people. Shout outs to Elizabeth Hambleton, one of our regulars in chat, who is especially good on that front.
True story.
I did my first playthrough. I stopped here and I was like, oh shit, it's boss time. I mean, look at this thing.
It looks like anybody else in the totality for the eclipse? That's an annular looking eclipse, not a totality, but still fucking awesome.
I was there in Ohio for the eclipse. It fucking ruled.
It was amazing. It happened over our house. We had a party. My friends brought sun chips.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Patty, I forgot how geography works. Were you in the path south of all of us? Yeah, it was a couple years ago now. I forget exactly when it was.
It was right before Naomi's 4th birthday. It was April 8th, 2024, because it was right before Naomi's 4th birthday. She had an eclipse-themed birthday cake that I made.
Okay. And Patty caught the 2017 one. Okay, yeah. The totality was like a life-changing community-building moment. Standing there with total strangers looking around, being in awe, was absolutely incredible.
I was not expecting it to be so emotionally powerful.
All right, speaking of which, I'm going to have very little to say for a while here, except John Robert Matz and Patty and I had it out on Discord over this sequence just being so goddamn good. I'm just going to be quiet and let us take it in here. Patty, that's awesome. Happy birthday in advance.
You.
I'm so excited to hear this dialogue again.
taking her down.
She's not the only one who grieves. The pain of losing you, she made me inherited. Punishment, perhaps, for not being there when it mattered. I refuse to lose my son.
That son was a stranger.
But you're not. You're not.
You lost me years ago, and I lost you.
So you leave us no choice. Tell me, how are you different from her in doing this?
I'm tired.
So trust me. We are your family.
The piano.
Family is complicated.
If saving you means losing you, then so be it.
We only need to incapacitate him.
We'll find a way to kill him.
So good every time. Oh my god.
Hold on, we can't go on yet because that moment slaps. But wait for it here. This.
It's so fucking good. God, this track is so good.
It's really masterful if you go back and listen to, and this track is 11 minutes long, by the way. If you go back and listen to it on the soundtrack, the first entrance of these voices is not actually where we start in the game version of it. It's the second full entrance, and you can tell because of the way the electric guitar enters just before the voices. So we have this fascinating issue, if you will, of starting in the middle and experiencing it out of time relative to the soundtrack.
Would you say it's in media res?
I'll do you one better. Jordan Stokes, who's in the chat, hi Jordan, texted me about this piece of music at about this point, but crucially, before the end of Act 2. And I said, yeah, man, that electric guitar solo and whole genre entrance here absolutely slaps. And I sent him one of my favorite messages I have ever sent anybody, where I said, there's a Brian Eno quote about some outcry being too powerful for the medium assigned to contain it. And I wrote him almost as if it was about to burst out of the frame.
Oh, that's so impeccable.
And I did not explain myself.
You did? Oh, right. You're diabolical.
I was very pleased.
In regards to what Patty is saying about the soundtrack ones and versus the iteration seen in the game, I think that's going to be an interesting topic of, what is the text. I really wish I had a study score. I've said that like 5 times, where I want to see how they piece them together, and I would love to hear how they selected and chose the arrangements used for the soundtrack.
Good stuff.
in the absence of a study score, which unfortunately is where we are at, you might compare all of the different presentations of this piece of music and its related tracks in the game, in the first soundtrack, in the second soundtrack they have released, which is free, by the way. You can download it at their website.
I have so many things to say, but I don't want to say too many of them right now.
Right, give us 15 minutes here to get through the goods, right?
Yep. I will say that we have listened to this one so many times, and hearing a 5-year-old trying to sing in French based on what she hears is hilarious and adorable.
I love that for you.
I love it for me too. I'm very spoiled.
What I will say is,
Oh,
I know
how
this is
perfectly burnt he is.
a voice-heavy game already, but up until this point, Renoir has basically been presented to us as a god. Right? He is untouchable, unassailable. We don't really defeat him the first time around. He gets pissed and goes away. But we don't win. Right?
Yeah, no. We're doing diddly squat.
And this is the moment he feels vulnerable for the first time. So what do we get? We get, for what I would argue is really the first true moment of this genre in the game, prog rock music for killing God. This is a setup in the best way that in every way games can. The lighting, the setup, we're inside of an eclipse, for God's sake. This is the end of the game right now.
Yeah. Every motivic aspect, every thematic aspect has been saying, you have revisited all your places. You are facing the man who killed your brother.
Your sister deserves more.
This is also the first, it's not the first boss with the second phase, but this is, the music gets interrupted. It's not a second life bar like Lampmaster or Dualiso. It's, oh, shit is happening in the middle of the fight now.
Yeah, and I texted Ryan and was like, our sister is a lion? Very
Yes,
tired. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was so tired. It is a very cool lion, though. Yeah, Patty, that expectation, for me, it was the conflict between the thematic messaging I was getting, which was, this is the end, and the structural knowledge that I had of the genre, and the distance between those two was kind of like being dizzy, or like car sick, where like one set of sensory input is telling you that you're moving, and one is that you're staying still, and you're so confused, and you're getting, this is an ending, but it can't be an ending, but it feels like an ending. Jordan wants you to write a paper about this being prog rock god-killing music.
I am almost certainly going to put in some idea for Nacfagum this year, for Clair Obscur. And my thought is, there are 4 or 5 of us who've been batting around paper ideas for this game. I am one, Jordan is one, Andrew is one. I suspect Sarah, we have not had direct conversation about it, but I suspect the gears are turning for you as well. What if we all put in the idea that we do a big round table to just do 10-minute chunks of an idea over an hour's time?
Yes!
I would like that very much.
I would like that very much also. I think that would be excellent.
That's better.
We have Jordan's axe for this round table.
That's excellent.
if you listen to the soundtrack version of this for like half an hour straight because you're tired and driving, and this will get you home because it's so like you're like, I'm just gonna make it home. You start to long enough, you start to feel the repetition. But there's the balance between the tonal shifts makes it so you're not like really sick of it. It does such a good job of that. And we talked about that, I think that was last week with the oh no, hang on.
The programming implementation cut to the end of the track here also kills, for what it's worth.
Alto range could be sexy.
I don't feel like the Manor music, incidentally, is in quite the same genre of Japanese role-playing game music as a Dancing Mad or a Zeramis fight theme, in the sense that this piece is doing that work. It's not just the voices, but also, yes, it is the voices. I need more time to let that ruminate.
God, let's try.
It's not her.
I love that he heals his face as he's speaking here.
Me. We are your family. He would condemn us all to die. For what? Who do you really save with your sacrifice?
Your sister and your mother?
You're too drunk on your own illusions to understand.
Then let us celebrate the second destruction of the Descendre family. At long last, we meet.
The complete genre shift for that violin solo, by the way, absolutely robs the energy and is like, you better sit up
bring
now.
your wife back. It will only destroy the last tie you have to each other.
We did it, Gustav.
Hey. How did you do that?
Not sure. The curator felt it.
Can you do it again?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can.
What did Renoir mean? The things he said to the curator.
I'm not sure.
I really like that even in
She's
defeat
through there.
there,
Yeah.
Renoir refuses to admit wrongdoing, refuses
The
to
highway's
accept
door
a
is
role
the
of
future
villainy.
Lumiere.
If I have any Final Fantasy XIV
What
players
every expedition has worked
watching here,
towards.
it has big,
I have trust.
my ideals are
In us.
inviolate, invincible energy from the end of Endwalker. All right, and I have to say, I think we should put on the suit. It slaps. That's a good look for Verso.
I mean, it's well tailored for him. That makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think of Derek Guy and the menswear his like that guy on social media.
Yes.
There's a reason it's made why it is, and if it's done well, it shows.
We're outside.
She's there. I can feel her.
We need to be as prepared as possible. Once we go up, there's no turning back.
That kind of clue is like, are we supposed to go back? Are we supposed to just
And
like what?
I have to point out that type of line, which is for the player, it is not really for the cast, is very much this is the end of the game, right? If anybody has played Kingdom Hearts
You can't
1,
come back.
There's a door you enter in the tutorial, and they're like, the next time this door happens, shit's gonna go down. And then 80 hours later, that door does in fact arrive at the very end of Kingdom Hearts, and they're like, are you ready to go through the door? And then you're like, oh shit, I better save my game and clean up and do all my side quest shit.
Yeah.
And that's the point of no return for Kingdom Hearts 1.
And it's very clearly coded as that, but it's one of these like, I am aware that the game is aware that I am aware of that convention, and are they subverting it, or are they going to play it straight and trick me that way? Like, it felt like trying to outsmart, like, what is the game expecting me to do?
And yes, this is the first time we hear the name Descendre. I like taking a slow pace here. I like that there's no music. And this is one of vanishingly few places in the game where there is no music.
I didn't notice that the eclipse was ending.
That moment from the base of the Paintress monolith
like the
comes back here
curator.
musically.
Renoir. He mentioned the curator's wife. She's the paintress.
And I agree with Sarah's take earlier. This is a small, intimate moment. It is not the big Renoir fight experience.
Come back.
Musically, one of the things that sells its intimacy is that it is, in addition to the orchestration and the texture, is that rubato that really requires, you to be in the moment, in the space with those other musicians responding to one another.
but the fire.
Watch Lune through here,
Are
because
you
she
really
represents
here?
us in this cutscene. She looks at Verso. The moment she pieces it together is the moment we piece it together.
Oh, is he playing tricks again?
Alicia. Alicia.
Your face.
Patty, I think you hear it at the base of the monolith when she's invulnerable too.
What about my face? Are you going to burn it again?
Alicia's your daughter.
And I'll remind you of her. The daughter you lost.
Yes, during the fight at the base of the monolith that you cannot win or lose.
Are you saying the music track, Aline, or
Yeah,
her speaking voice?
this track musically.
Mhm. I'm wondering if
Let's go home.
Yes. You need to go home.
This is another trick. She's not Alicia. You are not my Verso.
No. Verso's dead.
A note, because I saw Julianne on Signal. If you're watching this,
No.
I know where you are right now. Don't.
You
We'll see you
are
next
his
week, and we love you.
creations, not mine. You will not take this canvas from me.
Okay, very quickly, did we all hear 1, 2, 1, 7, 1 in the melody right there? As this piece really picks up and takes flight, if you will.
you sound like you're expecting everyone to. I was not listening for scale degrees. Confession time.
Well, the presence of the leading tone here is really important.
How cool
Okay.
of your
And I'll
father
come back to that in a
use you
minute.
Like this.
Danger! Ready to parry. Lune, watch out!
Ready to evade. Let us stain them. Elements converge.
I like
Let
the
the
idea
ink
that I can
flow.
sound menacing, by the way, Patty. I'm taking that as a big compliment, and I'll be bragging to Julianne about that later, so thank you. Actually, Jordan, where I'm going with it is towards a comment you sent me. Let me get through this phase of the fight first, though we'll listen for a minute here. I'm purposely not firing off Elemental Genesis here and letting us take in this portion of the piece first. For reference, though I'm not going to dox my best friend on a public Twitch stream, I do have her number there as well.
That's better.
You did a shit ton of damage there. That was very nice.
That was good.
That was good.
Oh, she's so thin that when she dodges, she can actually dodge bullets if you just click without thinking. That's annoying. Don't like that. All right, this is going to loop now, and if you go track this piece down on the soundtrack, you will not find a looping version of it that only has this portion. And let's call this like the opening chant section of the larger piece, if you will, that is not unlike when you fight the Time Devourer at the end of Chrono Cross. There is one piece that is this big chant that's clearly building up to something larger, but that never really arrives, and then there is a version of that piece that arrives. So we are again participating in a long tradition of Japanese role-playing game music formats here.
Do you understand what you've done? You killed him!
Chroma is flowing.
Who are you supposed to be? No matter.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
Lightning, strike! A storm is coming.
Despite her obsession with this place, she doesn't recognize them. Because if Renoir is a god, then surely the Paintress is too.
Oh yeah,
And she
we're
doesn't
gonna arrive to that idea shortly.
I know, but just like, we're fighting another god, and the god that has been killing all of the people we love doesn't even notice who we are. Who are you again?
So remember, intro to the first phase of this fight, the leading tone. And we can only hear this once, unfortunately, because it won't loop, and it is part of the cutscene. So pay attention here, and we'll chat in a minute.
Let's go.
The weight. So at this point, I was like, okay, this is how we're gonna not end the game, is we're gonna fly away and fight her again later. That's how this will work. I have figured it out. Now I know. We will come back
Every
and punch her again
frame
later.
a painting right here.
So good.
Incoming.
Renoir can grieve
Okay,
however he likes.
so
but I
with
get to
thanks
grieve
to
my
Jordan
own
for
way.
inviting me to think a whole bunch about this, he texted me correctly, I will note, that moment that introduces the UI of the fight once more feels good.
Tell your father
Great.
I don't need him to look out for me.
And the reason it feels good is the entirety. Hold on, I gotta block. Nope, I failed. Whatever, it's fine.
You can dodge.
Shut up. No, that button doesn't exist. The rest of the game follows a more conventional harmonic framework where we get things like 5-1 harmonically. We get a leading tone. This is the only track to this point in the game that gives us flat 6, flat 7, 1, the video game melodic minor cadence. They save it 20 hours for this moment, and it fucking arrives to you.
Oh, that is so good. Thank you, Jordan, for being brilliant. The weight they give. Like the weight, just love it.
Spill some ink.
Let us stain them. Nobody dies.
Jordan is trying to put the brilliance back on you, Ryan. He just said some stuff that sent you down that path. And what if we just split the difference and say you're both very brilliant people? And this is why it's important that we have these spaces to have dialogue and share ideas.
I'm very happy to share credit for any of these ideas here, which is part of why I'm interested in the idea of the round table, honestly, because if I had not been in some sort of community with all of you here, I would not be thinking smart things about this in the ways that I hope I am.
You are thinking smart things. And I was very grateful that you were the best possible person for nudging because you wouldn't give us any spoilers. But also your observations and your expertise are so different from mine. Oh! That vocal Lozano. So good every time. But I don't think we're meant to do this alone.
I like the idea, and I had not considered it because I'm not a strings person as much, Patty, but I like the idea that this is Hamazu adjacent JRPG material, as opposed to an Uematsu or a Sugiyama JRPG presentation. I'm going to wrestle with that. I want to do a lot more thinking about that specifically. That's very smart.
Jordan, being willing to accept some credit does not make you arrogant, my friend. And I hope I can call you my friend. That's arrogance. I just called you Jordan, my friend.
All right.
Get ready.
I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, I've got so fucking stressed out with this cursed stuff.
So I will admit, 2 turns is bad. We don't like that.
No.
But you can heal it, I think.
You just did a cleansing tint and I think got rid of it. Actually, no, you might still be cursed. It doesn't. Yeah. It just gave you more time. Sorry.
Yep.
It doesn't. We tried a bunch of the standard cleansing one, like the healing stuff, and it didn't work. This part fucked me up the first time. We were just like, what the fuck?
I taught him to paint.
I love this attack.
Use my creations against
I'm
me.
purposely slow walking this ever so slightly so we see a couple more of these cool things.
Yeah, I kept texting you about a cool thing that had happened, and then another cool thing would happen. It was an insane evening of videos. Yes! Yes! My relationship with Jordan, we leveled up.
Relationship level increased. I love it.
It's not quite to the point where I can make fun of him as much as I make fun of you, Ryan, but I'll take that level up.
Nobody should ever see our private chats. That's what I'm going to say on this. That is not for the world.
Confession time, when we carpooled to you and stopped, and I was on my way somewhere else and I brought a colleague along with me, we were tactical in the car, and it was like, okay, so when we get there, we're gonna make fun of Ryan being old. Like, how are we like prepped that. I was like, this is what you need to know in order to like tease Ryan on your very first time meeting this random person you've never met before in your life.
Great.
It's true. Ripping the fabric of reality apart is an appropriate thing for a god that we should be defeating with the power of friendship. But we're not defeating them with the power of friendship, are we? I don't know.
I agree.
Where's the friendship?
Rips the fabric of reality apart is absolutely a last boss move. That is correct.
100%. This is my favorite bit of this track. Just the weight of these.
You defied me, and now he's dead.
Let's dance.
If you're eagle-eyed and have finished the game, tell me what the name of the skill is that the paintress just did. Because you have the capacity to know that if this is not your first playthrough with us, which I also think is fascinating.
My screen just froze. I'm very sorry.
That's okay. I'm setting this up as the way to kill her, to preserve something
Chroma is flowing.
that Jordan had for us on his playthrough, which I thought was fascinating. So we're gonna do it Jordan's way here.
Is it over?
No, we're not done yet. Watch out, Mael.
Ready
Oh
to
god, this
carry.
felt so shitty.
So,
Oh, this good felt so shitty.
the way Jordan experienced this, and the way we are about to experience this, we're being healed by the paintress now. And you get this feeling of what is happening, the kind of the visceral, masculine, if you will, feeling of winning, of conquering, is being robbed from you in this moment. I wanted to win when the other piece, with all the chant and god-killing shit, was playing, right? You don't want to win to this. This is less immediately satisfactory. And it makes you wonder, there's going to be another plate to drop. There has to be, right? But our paintress, or Jordan's paintress fight, rather. The paintress is burning. Lune has the hurricane and terraquake active. You cannot stop the train right now. And if you arrive in that position, there's a real worry of, for a brief moment here, what if there's a secret way to end this fight, a la Castlevania, where you were supposed to do something, but because of the way you have set things up, you can't stop a steamship. Right?
The events are in motion.
Right. It cannot be undone.
Okay.
Like that. In a snap.
Yeah.
And I really think that is an elegant way to present this last phase of this fight, that too late to change course here. The events that you have set in motion must occur. So again, thanks to Jordan for sharing that particular idea with me here.
I was looking back through my barrage of text to you and trying to see if I said anything intelligent back then.
You also did. But you texted me not knowing things, and so I could not reflect with you in the moment.
Yeah. I want to revisit them now that... But not this moment.
It's over. The number. She's gone. She's gone.
As an aside, I am of the firm belief that 5 minutes from now they could rewrite a section, roll the credits, and this would still be a 90% game in conversation for Game of the Year.
You are all free.
The experience to this moment is excellent.
Is this real?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Gustav's watching over us. Hey, come. Wanna plant it?
Though presumably, there'll be no one coming after, right?
It's symbolic.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
Addie's the best, everybody. If you saw me texting a minute ago, I was desperately
It's
asking
true.
her for water because I was sitting here holding back a choke and I wanted to say more things.
Addie is the best.
Still feel immortal?
Less than yesterday.
As a quick
Shall we test it out?
programming note,
Yeah, pretty
since
sure
I'm
it's
soon
enough.
going to run out of time to say it in other spaces, for the sake of finishing this next week while we still have Sarah, we are going to run a little late today
now?
through to the end, the world map access.
back to Lumiere
The next point we get it.
Life
I do
goes on.
realize that that's a couple more minutes than usual for us. But I also really want to finish this with Sarah next week.
This is how it feels to be immortal.
That's very nice of you.
What do we do now with all this time? The expedition might be over, but we're not done yet. There are so many questions left to answer.
I really like Jordan's point in the chat and agree wholeheartedly, by the way. I think it's an interesting decision to not have this moment arrive with music. We'll get it shortly, but it is delayed compared to the entrance of video and sound. This part hit me so hard the first time. I'm with Patty all the way here. I also really appreciate that the boy panics and runs away rather than just stands there. Just a really human moment for a character we don't actually get to know that well. Really well done here.
Brother, I tire of the conflicts and deceptions that plague our family and theirs. So, I entrust you with this letter. Whether you give it to her is up to you. I'm at peace with what's to come. When the time comes, I hope you will be too. Maya, it's a strange feeling watching you with my brother, laughing and smiling, without the scars or the memories that afflict me. Alicia, as she was meant to be, not this painted version that I am. My family, a facsimile of yours, and this world, a mirror, painted by your mother, the paintress, to stave off her grief.
Oh, that's a fascinating way to catch it,
Seeing your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss. For in ridding the world of the paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us, the one who invokes the flowers of the Gamash. An act of love, for he does love her. Your father. On her monolith, she paints a warning for us all, of the few she can save as her power wanes. We all wish for our families to thrive. Your family, however, believes only one can survive. But perhaps you'll find another way. You who have lived amongst us, perhaps you differ from your father and your sister, as I differ from mine. Your mother paints life, whilst your father, death.
I remember being very angry at him for dropping the note the first time through this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jordan, he's chatting with Lune. Yes, yes. Obviously, this sequence is very sad, but I want to point out the character differentiation here is sublime, and they didn't have to be this good here. That Ciel is almost immediately accepting of her fate, and Lune defies it until the last possible moment.
Just like, what the fuck? And a bit of a comic aside. The batteries in our controller died at this exact moment, and so we had to scramble to find more AA's.
You're okay.
Alicia? Good, you're awake. Come downstairs.
Okay, first off, as we start Alicia's epilogue, and again, we need to get through it so I can do off-stream stuff to prep to finish this in one more stream. So, we'd love if you stick around and chat for another 20 minutes, because me and Sarah are going to hold this down. The Eiffel Tower, correct, if you will, struck me immediately. When she sits up in the bed and the tower is not curved, it is straight. I was like, oh shit, this. Like, the pieces clicked for me. Similarly, I cannot name you all another game that portrays a burn victim realistically in the aftermath of the burning, the recovery and trauma of the pain of going through that, as opposed to a horror game experience where you just see somebody burn alive or something. And I think that rules for this. They do a really good job of that. And of course, every reaction streamer points this out, but we must also do due diligence and point this out. Alicia wakes up in her room, because of course she does. The room where you find Mael at the beginning of the game. And so that helps you click a couple more pieces into place as well. Couple interesting things to note here is that there are about 5 or 6 opportunities to explore much of the manor otherwise as you unlock various costumes and records. This painting is always absent until this moment. It's the one piece they don't give you. And Sarah's having internet troubles. I'm holding down the fort here, but let me know when you're back, Sarah.
I can hear you. It's just every once in a while just being super shitty. So it's mostly affecting you. Sorry about that.
I absolutely agree. Dana has an expertise I just don't have here.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to acknowledge
the
that.
Disability studies.
I like in Paris.
I'd like to call
showing
attention
up.
to the. Yep. The way the music feels out of time.
Yes, this music sounds, and I have not put an ear to it specifically to determine if this is the case, but it gives me the vibes of a piece being played in reverse, the way the attacks are sounding. Not unlike the final stage of Braid or similar types of experiences.
Alicia, quit dawdling. End of
Or
the corridor, you know where
the
it is.
or the Shrines and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
The endings of those.
So again,
we did not spot that when we came through.
Oh, this is your first time seeing that? That Noko and Minoko are named for the pets.
I knew that they were named for the pets because I had read about it, but I did not find them.
Yes, similarly,
I
SKA.
didn't find that until after we'd been through this. Mm-hmm.
And if we run around here. Because we're at the piano, the time warping adjacent music stops here. In case you have not already put the pieces together, there's one last musical hint for you.
Patty's brought up this track is apparently
I like the idea that the attempts at speech, some of which clearly fail, again, because she is a burn victim internally. Also, that's just the reality of what happens to this type of injury. Evokes the chittering noises by the Nevrons. I really like that, Jordan, and I had not considered that in the slightest. I will definitely want to hear Dana's take. I will assign this to her as homework before we see each other again. Sarah's going to pop back into chat shortly. She's restarting Teams to try and fix her internet stuff.
Finally. Our little shadow is awake.
Quickly, I forgot to remind you to remember it, but Monolith Year 49 is now the year we are experiencing this moment in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, welcome back, Sarah.
Thank you. Sorry about that. My Teams was just freaking out.
I lost you on the visuals. I'm going to take a brief moment to put you back there where you belong.
Thank you. Another point for the Leia or the Clair Lune connection is the barefootedness. Somebody brought up that there's a fan theory that Ciel and Lune were subconsciously representing Miles' family.
Oh, yeah. All right, back to the game. Also, the very brief audio doubling there is a normal artifact of adding a new person via NDI if they're talking while I add them. The tech is working fine.
Okay.
All right. I wish we could take more time to move around the manor and look a little bit, but we have had the opportunity to do so before. I'm going to move us ahead so we can all get to bed.
Our parents are quite the stubborn pair. They're still fighting each other inside the canvas. He has her imprisoned at the top of the monolith, and she has him trapped beneath. It's a stalemate.
I strongly suspect the body language differentiation between Alicia and Mael has to do with, like, the burn injury, etc., right? And the recovery process, not physically necessarily, but emotionally. The confidence is broken, right? Alicia here does not stand with the poise that Mael does. Though the outfit is fire. This rules.
I think we picked the top one, by the way. Or is this one of the ones where you get to see all of them? I've been, poking around on the Reddit subreddit about this, and there've been some discussion of, like, what would this level of burning, like the physical ramifications of this sort of burn be? And it's hard to, it's easy to be like, well, it's a video game, it's magic, but the pain.
Yeah, there's, there would be a constant pain presence, as far as I understand it, from this type of burning injury. You don't recover from this in full.
Yes,
especially
I know.
in
My mom's been
1880.
in there for quite a while already. And Renoir is wasting time in there, trying to help someone who doesn't want his help. We have more urgent matters to attend to.
So there is obviously a first order reason for this conversation as far as we, the player, are concerned. We need to know information, and Clair is put here in order to provide us with that information in an in-game way that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But what I immediately picked up on, and I suspect many of us did, is there's also a second order of information where Clair is a huge bitch, everybody. And Alicia's family situation is not good under normal circumstances and is horrific now.
Yeah.
You're as bad as Aline. He's not Verso. He's a painted copy built from our mother's memories. You do well to remember that. Don't roll your eyes at me, sister dear. I know you're not a child, but you're not grown either. And too many in our family have lost all caution and sense of late. Help her do what? Run away and hide? She's already succeeded there. Honestly, if Aline wants to numb herself in the canvas, then let her. Grief is no excuse. We're all grieving.
For what it's worth, obviously I am not an older sister from 1880 with superpowers, but I'm an older brother. And there are times that you can dunk on people, and there are times that you're just being cruel. This is the latter.
She's a grown woman, and she's
I
the head of the Painters
am an older
Council.
sister.
She failed her
I am
responsibilities.
the oldest in my family. And even were I in a situation where I was doing my best to hold shit together while everyone is losing their shit, I cannot imagine speaking to someone I love like that.
I already have. Aline is more skilled than Renoir, but I've tipped the scales in his favor.
Incidentally, this bit of the conversation, because we will not get to the resolution of it on stream, I'm going to spoil it here for the sake of putting it in speech. So if you are playing along with us someday and don't want this spoiled for you, skip ahead 25 seconds.
I have my pets in place. She who controls chroma
There is an optional
controls the
fight
canvas.
where you can choose
I
to
can't take
fight
her chroma,
painted
but I can
Clair
keep
in the
it
same way
returning
that
to
the
her.
Alicia we had already seen throughout our playthrough exists. And it's that version of Clair that is making all of the Nevrons and stealing chroma subtly from Eileen and giving it to Renoir.
Yeah. And
Yes,
Patty, about
it's enough.
Claire
It's just a matter
grieving.
of time. As she weakens, Renoir is able to erase her oldest creations, with the exception of
I
her
think
obscene
the-
fake family. She's made them immortal, but luckily, they're also quite useless.
If you don't have the safety to be vulnerable and grieve,
I need you to take care of
then
yourself
I think
while I'm gone.
these are all Alicia's real life family are all people grieving in unhealthy ways.
The world doesn't stop simply
Lashing
because
out
our
at people who
families are
love them,
mourning.
running away
The
from their
conflict is spreading,
problems.
and there are things I must do if we painters are to survive.
This is not a healthy way to grieve, and
The
this
one
is
that
just
really
another example of it.
stings for me, actually, is a line
You'll
that
do
has not
nothing.
yet been said.
You're too weak to do anything useful. You'd be a
Like,
liability.
this is crabby, but not forever relationship-alteringly crabby. Obviously, she is physically impaired and, in fact, cannot do much right now, right? There's a reality to this, and sometimes it is the job of the older sibling to make that reality voiced. I appreciate
The writers
that
used you against
bit,
us once before.
but
They
wait
won't
for it
hesitate
here.
to
There's
use
one
you
line
again.
that goes over that line for me significantly.
I can't promise that I'll make the same choice Verso made. Verso traded his life for yours. I both love and
I mean, this is
hate
also
him
not
for that.
great, incidentally.
Damn fool. Although, if you really want to be useful, then enter the canvas and help Renoir. I need him back
Yep,
here sooner
that's what we're
rather
gonna
than
do.
later. I'll fight this war alone if I have to, but I'd really rather not. Can you handle that? Lest you forget, the only reason those two are in there is because your naivety cost Verso his life. Good. Go to the canvas when you're ready. And repaint your throat when you're in there.
This one.
Before you completely forget how to have a conversation.
the painted, imagined version of Alicia. We've interacted with her about 6 times at this point, the author of the letter, right? And if she is the work of somebody's imagination, now we don't necessarily know that it's Aline or Renoir at this point, though it's Claire just strongly hints that it's Aline doing all of this. Why would you not imagine your daughter healthy?
She didn't even bother to color her in.
Right.
So Andrew and Jordan are talking about the way Clea is depicted as kind of a bitch, but also very understandable. And I think that one of the things that makes this game so powerful and so painful is that I understand all of these characters' motivations. Like, do I hope that I would do better in this situation? Yeah, I hope that. But if I lost a child, would I burn the world down? Like, fuck yeah.
If we bring Mama
Like, if I was trying to keep all the shit together, would I sometimes be grumpy?
Well
Yeah.
reasoned. And such a clever.
Just like all of this, yeah. You can't really, you could say, well, you should go to therapy, but that's not an option we're given.
Again, 1880, right?
Exactly.
She'll still find it, but I'm impressed.
And what Patty's saying, there are no perfect characters here, true. And that's one of the reasons I think that people keep, like, it sticks in your mind and keep talking about it, because you can't just be like, well, this is the good guy and this is the bad guy. That ambiguity, that nuance is something that Americans have such a hard time living with in art, and it's so critical, so crucial. Yeah, doing it, grieving alone is so painful and harder.
See? That wasn't so hard.
That's the eclipse from the top of the monolith, of course.
That's Aline's chroma. Stay calm. Don't let it take control of you. Calm, Alicia, or it'll paint over you. Auspicious start. Well, you're about to be reborn in this world as one of Aline's creations. Have fun. At least this will keep you out of trouble until I get back.
I do want to point out that Clea effectively abandoning Alicia here. Time passes differently in and out of the painting. She does not abandon her for 16 years, relative to Clea's perspective.
It's a Narnia thing.
Correct. I will say this series of moments hit relatively weakly for me because I knew the moment it happened right here what has happened.
Mm-hmm. I want to sing this choral work that's playing in the background, though.
What a lovely voice. My love.
The speech from the mom slaps, though. This is an all-timer.
Yes. Oh, my darling girl. We have precious little time together. You'll never know us. But I want you to know that you are loved. I want you to know you're not alone. You will always be the beautiful child I held in my arms. You will smile the brightest smile. You will cry iridescent tears. You will know love, and you will know pain. You will know loss all too well, because we live in an unforgiving world. But you are strong, and you will survive. You will struggle, and you will learn. You'll find people to call your own, and you will shine as their guiding light. For you will change the world, and the people around you, You'll forever be our princess.
I was not that eloquent immediately after having a baby.
Decided on her name. And her name will be... Mael.
What I will say is if we think of Alicia entering the canvas as a certain sort of wish fulfillment, which is to say she can reimagine herself whole and uninjured once more. We don't know whether it's her willpower or Aline's doing, but she gets parents who love her in the canvas in a way that she does not have parents who love her like that, or at least they don't present as loving her like that in Aline and Renoir.
I think one of the things that was most tragic in that eloquent post-birthing thing was that when Mael is talking about all she lost, because she does not remember her parents, she thinks they didn't want her. And that broke my heart a lot.
Yeah, it's a real tragedy. She does not get to hear that speech.
Mm-hmm. That hit me really hard.
Actually, I prefer Mael.
I think I do too. But I'm not really Verso, and you're not really Mael, are you?
You're not Verso, no. You look and sound just like him, but you're you. I'm still Mael, though. You should have helped me remember.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. If I'd listened to Maman, if I hadn't trusted the writers, Verso would still be alive and you
Wouldn't exist.
wouldn't be caught in the middle. Maman did a terrible thing, painting you into Verso's canvas, giving you his memories, pretending the fire only took me. But I'm glad you exist.
Your father was right to erase everyone. It's better this way.
Better for who? Verso would never have wanted his canvas gone. He loved Esquier and his gestrels and grandes.
It was killing our mother. Staying here so long in a make-believe world with her make-believe family.
It's not make-believe. It's not.
What is the nature of personhood?
To me.
And what are the limits of agency? When do we make decisions for others? So much of parenting is making decisions for others.
Papa's here. He'll help me fix Lumiere.
Will he?
Maman painted a rather unflattering portrait of him. He's much warmer than the Renoir, you know.
I bet. Your father was the one erasing everyone.
Now we save and quit, Ryan.
Repaint
Right?
everything.
I hid
Do you want to save and quit here, or do you want to hit the world map first and do the one more?
I think we should save and quit here because I have to fly tomorrow.
Okay.
He'll want you to
I'm gonna. Ben is usually the one who's like, no, we should go to bed.
I haven't been in this canvas that
And
long.
I'll pretend to be him because he's not here to do it.
Papa has a soft spot for me. He'll listen.
Here, let me do this very quickly, and then we'll be done for the day.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not at a
Patty-
flag. I can't do it. I was gonna get the new skills. They all slap.
They do.
But yeah, we'll pick up
Patty,
next week.
the reality warping powers she possesses even subconsciously. Like how powerful? There's so many questions. So much room to argue.
Yeah. All right. I forgot you have to fly tomorrow, Sarah. We shouldn't have stayed up this late. We're dumb.
That's okay. We're not flying until the afternoon. I'm just gonna be tired in the evening, but
Okay.
what you gonna do? Gonna drink a shit ton of coffee.
Nice. I get to meet all the new freshmen tomorrow. I'm wearing my "Sorry You Died for Not Listening to Me, the Best Bard Ever" shirt.
The fact that shirt existed and was not made specifically for you is kind of astonishing because it's just so impeccable. It's just maybe there are other Ryans out there though, which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Don't know if the world can handle more than one of me. All right,
No,
folks.
you should be unicum.
Thanks for staying up late with us. We'll be back next week where we will also stay up late and we will just finish this thing. We're going to run and blitz the Reacher dungeon, and then we'll just go to the end of the game. We don't have time to do anything else, sadly. But next week will be Sarah's last week with us for most of the academic year. Boo-hoo.
Yes, because I have work, which I'm glad for choir, but I will miss you all.
Yeah.
Including the folks who cannot be here tonight. But thank you, Ryan, for making it so that I could be a part of this stream for this game.
Yeah, it's been a blast. And we'll have one more week with you yet, Sarah.
I'm glad. Okay. I'm going to be good and go to bed. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.